So I need to tell you something. There's nothing wrong with Fangirls. There, I said it. And this is after taking in this year's VidCon. There's nothing wrong with Fangirls. Welcome to YouTube News. My name is Kyle. This is the video series where I take a topic that affects this very website and then I talk about it. People love loving things. We need to obsess over something. Do you honestly think that if every single one of our needs was met, that we would care about this background noise called entertainment? There's no way. If we were given a button, something that we could just push every day, and that would give us all the love that we needed, the warmth that we needed, all the intellectual stimulation that we needed, everything that a human being needs to survive, there's no way that we would even care about any of this stuff. We wouldn't be freaking out over some actor being cast in the newest superhero reboot. Although Ben Affleck did just ruin my life. Nah, he'll do fine. People love loving things. And that's why we spend so much time looking at sports, watching it and participating in it, and looking up stats and focusing in on trades and doing all the stuff that just bores me to tears. Then you look at the stuff that I obsess over about, like movies, and I really do care about casting news and what scripts are going around Hollywood, which films from which directors are coming out next, Oscar nominations, the Oscars themselves, and this is all so that I don't have to focus on my never-ending string of disappointment and regret that I call life. So what does this have to do with Fangirls? Well, YouTube is becoming more and more popular. That is obvious, I suppose. But very specifically, the British boy YouTubers, very much like the fervor that One Direction has right now, and Beatlemania that happened many, many years before that. There is this kind of groundswell of fandom around these people. Girls, and it mostly is girls, though there are some boys, but it's mostly girls, flock to them. They're dreamy and popular, and their hair, oh my gosh, that hair. They make them feel part of a group. And for just a brief moment, they don't have to remember the shittiness of high school. For the most part, British YouTubers are able to make good and engaging content and are able to really engage with their fans. With all of that being said, there is a difference between fangirl and stalker. I mean, we've probably all been there. We've been infatuated with somebody because of the way that they looked, or the songs that they sung, or the movies that they were in, or the books that they wrote, or the clothes they took off. Or, the charities that they supported. If you were waiting outside of somebody's hotel room for them to either leave or enter, that is scary. That is invading somebody's personal space that just should not ever be crossed. And that's what happened with Jack and Finn this year, where there would be mobs of people waiting outside of their hotel room. The bad part for the fangirls is that this is a really great way to get banned from these events. And it's also easier for creepy guys, and let's be honest, it's going to be a creepy guy, who can take advantage of you in kind of a vulnerable position. What I'm really proud about is what John Green posted on his Tumblr very shortly after VidCon ended. John Green is one of the co-founders as well as one of the organizers of VidCon every year. And he made it very clear what was going to be allowed and not allowed at future VidCons. The fact that I'm a part of this community that would want this type of action to take place speaks volumes for the character of the vast majority. What's your opinion on Fangirls? Is it something that's ruining YouTube, or is it something that should be celebrated? I'm going to put some links down into the description below for some videos to watch and some articles to read. I will see you all again on the next episode of YouTube News next Tuesday. I also want to point out the fact that I realize that fangirls is a very reductive term. I realize that it's not just one gender that's doing all this, although that's who they focus on. It's just, that's the terminology that people are using, so that's what I'm using. I'm a bigot is what I'm trying to say. A huge, giant bigot. I'm the Archie Bunker of YouTube. Nobody gets that reference. These are my new glasses. Yeah. How do they look? Sweden, the land of IKEA, and words that look like you just sneezed. Well, almost anyone can upload. Okay, so next one is, someone gets money stuck in condom machine. I'm going to be in